Hey everyone, welcome back to Life in Progress. So it's a promise that I will try my very best to bring in beautiful and smart guests. I feel so blessed that I have people like Miss Mirza or just Mirza
Yes,
because she doesn't
just Mirza.
Ayaw niya, tinatawag ko siyang Miss Mirza.
Ayokong galangin.
So I'm very blessed to have people like her in my life to guide me and of course to be in episodes of my podcast to help spread her message with everyone. So welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh
It's
my
my third time.
Third time na ba?
Yes.
All right, Miss Mirza. So last night, nasa live ako, bigla na lang nandito na kami, invite ko siya. So you told me that you are writing a book.
Yes, I'm
And-
writing a book.
And you've already launched it.
We launched it before I finished the book, diba? Reverse, in reverse.
And the title is Join Lang ng Joy.
Yes.
So what is the book all about?
The title is Join Lang ng Join, How to Create the Extraordinary Life You Deserve. The book is about the mantra Join Lang ng Join, which was kind of like the unofficial informal mantra when I was a model. Of course, when you're a new model, you're very scared, you're very hesitant and fearful, but our mostly gay mentors would say it all the time. Stop overthinking it. Join lang ng join. Modeling contest? Join. Audition? Join. Don't give excuses na hindi ako pwede dyan or whatever. Don't overthink it. Join lang ng join. And this mantra stuck with me throughout my many careers and throughout all the years of my life. Every time there's a new challenge or career reinvention or a new endeavor, I try not to overthink it. Join lang ng join. Because usually, dyan nasa-stuck yung tao, di ba?
Exactly. So Mirza, do you think your generation before mas fierce, confident, and hindi nag-overthink compared to ours?
My initial reaction would be to say mas takot yung generation ko. But then, iba rin yung fears ng millennials and Gen Zs, di ba? Parang you can't really compare it. Like, in my time, the upbringing of Filipinos is very fear-based. Huwag kang lalabas, di ba? Parang fear ang motivation, di ba? Huwag kang tatalon mula sa puno, malalaglag ka. Huwag kang pupunta dyan, di ba? Huwag kang mag-abroad, baka mapahamak ka. Fear-based, di ba? So medyo naging matatakotin. I don't know now kung paano nag-change. Like your upbringing, I think your mother really encouraged you, di ba?
Tumanong kayo dyan.
To be daring. So I don't know if that's typical or not, but you can't really compare. Iba-iba ang fears ng every generation.
That's very
So I really applaud millennials and Gen Zs, for example, for being so outspoken about what they want, for trying to impact change, for speaking out and calling out the older generation if there's something that they feel is unfair. But they have their own fear. They get trapped in comparing on social media, comparing their lives with others, and then they become more fearful about trying new things. So, iba rin yung fears brought about by the different circumstances of every generation.
Since you mentioned about my upbringing, so meron na parang misconception yung mga tao, siguro sa life ko, you've known me for so long. Parang nagsa-start pa lang ako, technically,
Yes.
ng womanhood ko when you met me. So parang you've always known me like this.
Right.
So I want to talk about confidence. Do you think confidence is built or may mga tao talagang ganun na?
So, I'm a confidence coach, so this is part of my material. I don't know if you know Marissa Peer. She is a self-help guru also. So she's one of the people that I follow. And then what struck me in one of her videos was she said, all of us are born confident. When we're babies, when we're toddlers, we're like, Mom, look at me. We have no fear, right? We are as we are. But when we grow up, so many people say, don't do this, don't do that, you look bad, diba? The negative conditioning makes us afraid to be confident. And so the confidence we are born with is slowly eroded, and then we become not confident. And in time, the way to overcome that is to replace all those negative thoughts with positive ones. You have to find your way to be confident again. So we're all born confident, but it got eroded when we grew up because of negative comments of people. We have to find our way back to claiming that confidence again.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Gulat na gulat din ako. Ganun
Diba?
pala.
Pag inisip mo, lahat ng bata, bibo, diba? Pag lumalaki lang sila, Tas yung mga, maybe yung classmates nila, mukha kang tanga, tigilan mo yan. Or yung mga parents, di ba, will say, huwag kang ganyan, mag-behave ka, huwag kang mag-aslaw, di ba, behave. And then, our self-esteem becomes eroded because we're afraid because of the negative conditioning. Eh, nung baby tayo, di ba, sobra tayong performer, pabibo. So parang ang dami natin kailangan i-unlearn. We have to always shut up the inner critic, di ba? Like, ay, ayokong mag-try ba? Ayokong mag-try mag-podcasting kasi sabi ng friend ko, mukha akong tanga. Or, anong sasabihin ng mga kamag-anak ko? We're so debilitated by all the comments of all the people that we lose our confidence. And so we have to try and replace that inner critic with an inner cheerleader. Di ba? I remember ikaw, meron kang cheerleader who says, Angeli, kaya natin yan, di ba? TED Talk. Angeli, kaya natin yan. I remember. So you have actually succeeded in replacing your inner critic if you ever had one.
Siguro parang naging strategy ko na to face my fears, do it scared, then bahala na after.
Yes.
Kasi for me, may dalawang types of bahala na. Yung isa nakaupo ka lang, bahala na. Yung isa, sige tatalon na ako, bahala na.
Right,
so feeling ko it boils down to anong bahala na we are choosing for ourselves. Kasi parehas yan may outcome eh.
Correct.
So for me, yung bahala na natatalon ako, tapos saka ko naiisipin, yun yung wala akong lugi.
Noon, when I was still in Summit Media, syempre I'm the editorial director, di ba? Sobrang hate ko yung two expressions.
Ano yun?
Pwede na yan, and bahala na. Ayoko yung pwede na yan because I thought excuse siya for doing sloppy work. And then ayoko yung bahala na because I felt na sobrang hindi nag-e-effort, isa sa bahala na lang. But when I left the corporate structure and I became on my own as a creator, these two expressions that I hated became my saving grace. They became my saving expression. Because if you're such a perfectionist, you may never put your content out. But if you latch on to, I did my best, okay, pwede na yan, then makakalabas yung content mo. You're not waiting for perfection na. Because done is better than perfect. Diba? And then yung bahala na I used to hate before, as long as it's not an excuse and as long as you really did your best, and then bahala na. I did my best, bahala na. Not, ayoko nang gumalaw, bahala na. Diba?
Yes, parang fate na lang.
Yes,
I did my best, so fate na lang in what you did.
So yun. So those two expressions that I used to hate became now my mantra.
I love that. Gagawin ko rin yung pwede na yan.
As long as you did the work, hindi yung pwede na yan dahil tamad ka lang.
Feeling ko sa world namin, not everyone, parang because of social media, very parang attached na kami sa parang ano ba iisipin ni ganto?
Yes.
Syempre, not everyone.
Right,
diba?
right.
But kahit ako mismo, unconsciously, kahit I'm trying my best to be mentally strong, resilient, lahat ginagawa ko, I still need the validation from time to time. Especially businesswoman ako. Tinitingnan ko, ano ba engagement na ganito? Lumaki ba yung podcast ko? Paano ba mababalance na magkaroon na boundary na hindi yun yung reason we're doing things? Validation.
Right. I guess it's hard to grow up performing your life as if there's an audience watching. Diba? That's your generation. Diba? That's why you're so conscious of anong sasabihin ni ganito dahil parang lahat ng galaw mo nakikita. For business, you can't do without social media. Of course, you need to track.
Validation, di ba, sa
you
business?
need metrics rather than validation. And maybe the metrics will validate your performance.
Right.
But in day-to-day lives of normal people, it's really hard if you are measuring the success of your life by numbers or external validation when it should come from internal. Yun ang harder. It's harder to do the inner work and work on your inner validation na I'm happy, this is what I'm all about, this is what I want to do in my life. I don't care what they're gonna think, but of course we care, diba? But care more about what you think rather than what they think. And I think that's when you strike a balance.
Feeling ko, Mirza, a lot of people sa TikTok accounts ko, yun yung comments nila, na parang they really struggle.
Right.
Sobra sila nag-struggle sa people-pleasing, validation. Parang instead of thinking sa sarili nila, they're always living their lives for people na
Right.
minsan di naman nila kilala.
Right.
Diba? Parang
Yeah.
comments ni ganito sa social media, comments ni ganyan.
Right.
How can we help these people?
Right.
Since you're a coach, I know
Yes.
you've managed and met
Yes.
people na ganun din yung struggles.
Just remember that life is short. You can die tomorrow, or let's say in a few years. Whose life did you live in that short span of a time, diba? Did you live life for others? Because if you don't live life the way you want to, you're living your life for others, and life will live you. And what kind of an existence will that be? Natuwa nga yung parents mo, natuwa nga yung friends mo, masaya ka ba? Sayang naman, diba? So just think of that, like, you only have one short life to live. Shouldn't you make every day of every moment count? Sayang, diba? You're performing for others, for what? And you're not happy.
I know you can relate to this because you also found the love of your life
Yes.
later on na, diba?
I found him at 38.
Diba? That's a very important topic kasi for women like us,
Yes.
it's hard to find someone na alam nyo yun, hindi lang for good things.
Yes.
Also bad things, diba? How can you encourage women? 34 or 33 is not old.
No. Oh my gosh.
Diba? That's part of living your extraordinary life.
Yes.
Kasi I feel like, kanina umaga, Ate Shane is our kasama sa bahay. And you've seen her with her.
Siya ba yung barbecue?
Yes.
Okay.
She's 38. Nakuha niya na yung mindset namin sa bahay. And I was surprised, sabi niya sa akin, dati daw, sobrang nape-pressure niya, gusto niya na magkaanak. Parang kailangan na itong lumabas. She tried and tried and tried. Ngayon, yung mindset niya parang kami na.
Oh, I'm so happy
Ay,
for
sobrang,
Shane.
may boyfriend siya ha, may boyfriend siya. And she's Filipino, like
Yes.
Filipino from the province.
Right.
Sabi niya sa akin, ngayon nga, wala na akong pake kahit magkaanak ako hindi. Nakikita ko yung
Oh my
mga kaibigan
gosh.
ko na may anak. Sabi niya, may kanya-kanya din sila problema. Hindi pala yun yung end game.
Right.
And she used the word end game.
Galing ha?
Parang ako saan natutunan niya?
Nakikinig siya sa podcast mo.
Iwan ng very big impact sa akin yun na we are changing.
Yeah.
People are changing.
People are changing
Diba? So if
because of...
Ate Shane can do it, na di siya nakapagtapos, her whole life is inside her house.
Yes.
Especially for women na katulad ko, alam ko maraming women nagpi-feel down. How can we encourage them that 33 is not old?
Okay, you're only as old as your beliefs. Like, if you are in a bubble where ang narinig mo lang ay ang mga tita mo at ang mga ano ba? Ano
Kamag-anak.
sasabihin ko? Kamag-anak mo.
Or mga
and
boss.
You're not expanding your worldview to the way you can live life all over the world. This one, I think I mentioned in your podcast before. When people ask me, how come you're so unconventional? How come you're Gen X and yet you lived your life according to your own timeline, right? Like, never ako nag-subscribe sa timeline, for example. So I finished college early and started working early. But I got married at age 38, which is very not normal in my time especially. I got married at age 42, which is also
Not normal.
Not normal. And as early as age 21, I wanted to be child-free. That is so weird for...
You were sure about it.
I was sure about it. At age 21, I think even earlier, I said, this is not for me. This is not what I want to do with my life at age 21. And that was already my direction. No matter how outside comments from strangers, from relatives, from friends, I never let them affect me. Natatawa lang ako. Why? Because my dad owns Book Sale, the bargain bookstore chain. We grew up with access to all the books and magazines you can think of. So if you're a child and you grow up being influenced by all these mostly Western, I guess, mostly Western influences, you know that in other parts of the world, other people live differently. There are people who don't get married. There are women who have amazing careers and they never had children, diba? And if you are exposed to that early in life, you'll realize, okay, there are options, diba? I don't have to follow what everybody is doing. So your environment counts for a lot. Like Ate Shane, because of her environment with people like you and what she hears and what you guys talk about, her mind is changing, her perspectives are changing, and her wishes and desires are also changing. So expand your mind. Don't be stuck in your bubble where yun lang ang gusto nila. I remember I guested in a podcast where I talk about being child-free, and then I got a DM from a follower and she said, pwede pala yun? Ang alin? Ang mag-asawa ng late at ang hindi magkaanak? Sino bang nagsabing hindi pwede? Mami ko. So the more you're exposed to all kinds of people with different kinds of ways of life and different kinds of thoughts and ideas, as you are probably experiencing now that you're in Europe, the more mature and the more options you'll have, and the happier you'll be because you're not stuck. So that's the way to counter
Oh my
it.
God, baka maiyak ako. Ate. Actually, parang sinabi ko to sa isang friend ko. Sabi ko, maybe that's exactly the reason why I felt so home in Madrid.
Yes.
It's not
I'm
my
sure,
home.
yeah.
I was not born in Spain. I was not raised in Spain. The culture is so different from ours. But when I'm there, I'm just a human being. I'm just
Aw.
Angeli. Nobody asks you anything.
Right.
They just look at you, okay, you're just a person. It doesn't matter ano age mo. In fact, they don't ask your age.
Yes.
No, you've been to Europe so many times. You know
Yeah.
that. Hindi siya yung conversation.
It
Hindi
has
siya
nothing
kasama.
to do with your achievements
No,
or
di ba?
relationships, di ba?
They don't
Parang
ask you
dito
your
lang naman,
religion.
sa Asia lang naman yata obsessed with age.
Diba?
Oo.
Eh, wala silang tinatanong. In fact, a lot of people still don't know yung race ko. They never ask.
Yeah.
Parang you live here, you're part of us.
Right.
They don't ask me, ilang taong ka na? Wala. Feeling ko yun yung naging reason.
Oo.
Kaya sobrang na-feel ako na parang belong ako.
You found the freedom to be yourself.
Yes. And next naman is doon, wala yung mga labels na bida-bida,
Oo.
nagmamarunong. Dito kasi feeling ko minsan pag nag-share...
GGSS.
Yes.
Diba?
Pag nag-share ako ng, kunyari ng stories ko na, oh, I've traveled the world for ganito, for ganyan, hindi instantly mayabang yung label. Overconfident, self-centered, narcissist.
right.
Hindi naman lahat ng tao ganon. But I feel like, minsan, pag ganito nag-share ka, basta ang label agad mayabang. Doon, when you put conversations like that sa table, they
Right.
appreciate that, then nag-contribute sila, tapos nag-grow ka.
Yes.
Parang they give you some space. Okay, you can tell us your story. Sila naman, hindi porket travel, naiingit na sila. Kunwari professor siya, magkukwento naman siya ng PhD niya. So parang iba-iba kayo, pero you find a middle ground without
Right.
mag-label sa each other. So feeling ko yun talaga yung
Right.
naging reason na sobrang feel homey talaga ako. May language barrier pa yun, ha?
Oo. Asians are very conformist, and then in the West, they're more individualistic. And so when you're in a conformist society, you want everyone to be like you. Like, oh, may naiiba. Awayin natin siya, di ba? My suggestion is, you'll always feel young if you don't listen to the age milestones or age stereotypes that people impose upon you. So for example, I was shocked to find out that I am older than your mother. In my mind, we are the same age.
Kailan ba natin na-discover yun? No, last punta namin.
I think when you went to farmer's table and then
Parang
I
birthday
said,
niya ata
how
yun.
old is your mom? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm still older because in my mind, I'm still 27. That's the way my mind works. Because I'm not bothered by what expectations, dapat gantong age. Huwag nang magmi-miniskirt pag gantong age. Parang, lahat ng damit ko miniskirt, di ba?
Ngayon ko lang na-realize, maybe unconsciously, gano'n din ako. Feeling ko, never naman ako naging 30 plus.
Oo, di ba?
Nag-matured ako parang emotionally and mentally. Pero feeling ko yung body ko, the way I act, the way
Yeah.
everything, parang I'm 26,
In my
I'm
mind, I'm
25.
still 27 and I'm acting and seeing the world as if I am. And I get shocked pag pinupo ako.
Ay, ako pala yung kanina, sorry.
Pag tinatawag akong kayo, parang, kami, ilan ba kami nandito?
Kaya pala yung sabi mo, sino kasama ko? Sabi ko, wala po, kayo lang.
That's why people say, Miss Mirza, you're so ageless. I think it's because my mind is not hooked on age and I don't care what anybody says or how I am judged or not judged. I just live my life the way I want.
And last night, I told you something sa messages. Sabi ko, wow, you keep on creating. You're always creating. So what's the secret that you keep creating and creating? Parang it doesn't matter na sang season ka. Hinat kayo, kanang life. Parang you're just creating and creating. I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi now, na-realize ko parang a couple of months ago, I wanna have a son.
Okay. Son talaga.
Son talaga. Like, sure ako, I wanna have
Hindi
a son.
pwedeng maging daughter.
Sige, daughter, sige. Pero parang, it comes from, yung nakikita niyo yung kasama ko sa stories, yung baby namin, I really enjoy his company. Kaya nagkaroon ako na gusto ko magkaroon ng son. Then, I started writing travel stories. Parang nag-create na ako, na ikakwento ko sa kanya.
Okay.
So parang now, I created parang a playlist sa Instagram, story for my kids. So minsan, ganito yung mga tao. So siguro low-key shaming. So wala din yan kung may anak ka or wala. Kahit pangarapin mo gusto mo, parang may mag-shame pa din sa'yo. Sabi sa akin nung isa nag-comment, so nasan yung anak? Hanggang stories lang. So diba, the point is, even wala kang anak, even may anak ka, even gusto mo naman magkaanak, people will say something. Diba?
Tatawa lang ako.
Diba? Parang dati, wala ako sa stage na gusto ko mag-anak, sinishame ako. O saan mapupunta yung ganito mo? Ngayon na medyo nagkaroon na ako ng desire na gusto ko mag-anak, may shaming pa din. So if ever mawala yung gantong body ko pagka-anak ko, yun naman yung shaming na harapin ko. Diba? So there will be always people or someone to shame you and say bad things.
Right.
Diba?
Yeah. We all know that bashing comes from a place of lack. I mean, people who are happy with their lives do not bash because they have no time. They're creating, they're doing things, diba? But you know that German term Schadenfreude, which means you're happy when others are doing worse than you. And it's a human tendency. Like, if I bash her, then mas angat ako sa kanya, diba? Parang, ako may anak siya, wala. Shame ko nga siya. It makes them feel good.
Do you think it's psychological or natural yan sa lahat ng tao?
I think it's human nature, but then, if that's all you do, why not make your life extraordinary so that you don't have to bash others for living their own extraordinary life? Diba? Imbis na maliitin mo sila dahil nainggit ka sa ginagawa nila, look inward and work on your own life, diba? Ang envy lang naman, it's just your own dissatisfaction with your life. Ang ganda ng katawan niya. Usually, ang magbabash ay yung hindi ganun yung katawan. Because yung okay yung katawan will admire you even for doing it. But it's those who don't have that body. And so they feel better by finding fault.
To end this episode, our topic is extraordinary life. Some people, they don't really understand what is an extraordinary life. How do we encourage them to start with that?
Right.
Have a definition. Kasi iba eh.
Yeah.
For you, extraordinary life is different. For me, parang I'm already like living it.
Right.
Diba? I've started it. For example, last night, may nagtanong sa akin, you were listening. What is your body goal? Or your fitness journey? Sabi ko, wala na ako sa journey. Na-reach ko na siya. And nasa maintenance na ako. For other people, they're gonna call me yabang, yabang, yabang. So how do we help people create their own definition of extraordinary life?
Right. We're not saying that my life is more extraordinary than yours or her life is more extraordinary than yours. It's just that we figured out by looking at all the options in the world, what we want to do, create, the kind of life we want to build, how we want to live our life, who we want to live our lives with, and then we had goals and achieved them. We wish the same for you. But don't get stuck in, ito ang dapat, ito ang sinabi ng society, dapat mag-asawa by this age, mag-anak by this age, magkatatlong anak by this age, magkabahay at lupa, tapos. If you're happy with that, and for you that is extraordinary, then fine. But open your eyes and your minds to what is out there. You don't have to be stuck in your barangay, community, village, city, or country. Look at the whole world. I'm not saying na lumayas tayong lahat, but at least know what's out there and see how can you maximize your potentials. I mean, we are born and we grow up with so many skills and potentials. How far can you take your skills and potentials and talents? Make an effort to use them, use your talents and abilities and see how far you can go rather than stay in your comfort zone and say, okay na ako dito, at least safe, di ba? Pwede rin yun, but that is not an extraordinary life. It is a very ordinary life. So I encourage you to look within, open your mind, read, watch videos, meet as many people as you can so that you can live life the way it was intended for us to live it. Fully, joyfully, and very broadly, and not just stuck in our own comfort zone.
Right, I love it. Recently, meron akong observation. Someone left so many comments on my TikTok. Sa Instagram kasi iba eh, sa YouTube iba din. Sabi niya, you all podcasters can say these things because all of you come from privileged families.
Ayan na.
Ayan na. Feeling ko lagi iyan ang atake ng mga tao. Kasi parang lagi nila sinasabi, lahat kayo nandyan na nagsasalita, privileged people kayo eh. And sometimes I don't know how to answer these people. So I stopped. Kasi ako, I have like business talaga. I need to put my full energy there. You as a coach, pag yun ang ginagamit ng mga tao na pang-atake, paano natin i-ano yun?
Granted that there's a certain maybe level of privilege that not everybody has, but we are using what we have and what we're given to do better and spread our message to help others also. I mean, everyone has a different journey. For everyone you think is privileged, what do they do with it? And for everyone who starts not from a place of privilege, look also what they've achieved, diba? Not everyone naman who is not privileged did not achieve anything. Sometimes they use that lack of privilege as a kind of like an impetus or as a turning point to achieve greater things. So parang sometimes take a look and look inward to see if excuse lang ba yan na ayaw kong i-confront ang sarili ko. Like, ikaw kasi may privilege ka, mayaman ka. Ikaw, tignan mo yung sarili mo. Ano bang pwede mong gawin? Ginagamit mo lang ba yung excuse? Kasi it's easier to chastise them for doing what they want to do. And you're not looking inward to see, okay, given what I have and what I can do, what can I do with my own life? Not everyone has to be a podcaster. You can live an amazing life with whatever you have. If you look inward and see, what about me? This is my situation. This is what I have. These are my skills and talents. What can I do?
If I'm here, I will be always above someone. And I will be always lower than someone.
Right.
Meron mas lamang sa akin, mas maganda sa akin, mas sexy sa akin, mas mayaman, lahat. Pero hindi yun parang lagi ako yung nasa taas. Meron din someone mas mataas than me, but that's just how the world works.
Yeah.
Meron lower than me. So feeling ko, my mom taught me this. If you want to live a good life, always look at people na merong less than you. If you're always looking at people na more than you, you will be miserable for the rest of your life.
Right. That's why gratitude is also so important.
Yes. So I think that's all. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
What a fun chat we had.
I learned a lot of things.
And I learn always a lot from you.
I love it. You will be my mentor. You are my mentor.
You are also my mentor.
That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.